It's Friday, and that means it's market day here in Lluchmajor, and it's one of our favourite markets to go to. It's split into two parts really, or three parts. The part we're going through first of all is largely rastrillo. It's second-hand things. It's like a car boot sale if you like. And then there's a bit of a street market with all sorts of things, and then we finish off with the square where we've got the vegetables and fruit, and always an interesting place to see things going on. So let's have a look to see what's happening in the Major market. I actually park across the road from here, just in the back street, and I can normally find parking quite easy. So this is the beginning of the market, the rastrillo part, the car boot sale type part. There's a fountain here. It's not on at the moment, but I'm sure they'll put that on later. It's quite pretty. And find all sorts of things in these markets. Clothes and jewellery, toys. I just find them fascinating places to look for all the different things that are here. Our friend Adolfo comes to these markets and looks out for records. Anita looks out for gifts for the children. And I'm just looking for anything really. Actually buy one of these, and my son bought one for us. Really good. Now put it up, help stop the mosquitoes coming in. Simple chains.
Perché è un baule da dentro. Un baule da dentro. Che alcun video per noi per regalarla che è un baule da dentro.
I do make these videos in 360, which is a much better way of looking at a market, because you can actually pause and stop and have a look around. Those of you who've got used to using the 360, they're on a separate YouTube channel. And there's an old sewing machine base with a granite top. And I quite like the old sewing machines. My grandmother had one, my mother had one. And all the old tools. A lot of these tools really to do with the local industries, which shoemaking industries, leather industries. These are really big. Market's having to share the walkway here with the bars because they don't have space, so they use the terrace here or tables for their bars. Notice that a lot of people are still wearing masks. Local people as well as tourists. The rule is you only have to wear them if you can't socially distance. Quite often when we get to the top here, or the bar here, there's also some live animals as well. So it's not as big as some of the agricultural markets in terms of animals, but there are a few. They tend to be things like pigeons, rabbits, and we do have a few just across the road here. Small birds are very popular here. People have them on their terrace and cage. Now we begin to enter a different part of the market where all the goods are new. Some clothes in this little bit. Stall doing roast chickens. Smells really good. Looks as though I've completely lost the meat. Back there somewhere. What we do now is we cross this road and we go into the street and there'll be market stalls up and down this street. That's where you can buy all the different materials, and particularly the Mallorca pattern material. This one. And now do it in different colours. Orange. The traditional one is blue. Now you get it in all sorts of colours. And as you go through the market, you'll see a lot of this material. So this market stall is decked out with the pattern. Very typical Mallorcan pattern. If you look up here, we've got some really interesting buildings, interesting architecture, lovely balconies, some of them protruding from people's living rooms into this street. Every one of these markets has to have a bag store. And one of the things we have everywhere, Chinese shops. We've already passed one a bit further down, I didn't point it out. But they've opened up all over the island, Chinese shops where they sell cheap stuff from China.
Más o menos.
Que es gris y esta te pica cabocado.
Sí.
A mí llama de imaginación.
User likes these sort of things, this pattern that I've shown the material of. Fans there, earrings. Nita does actually have earrings with that pattern on. We do have a set of cushions. Yeah, some of those cushions, I think they were actually bought at this market. Here's more of that traditional sort of material with that pattern. And there's the sort of cushions and pillows that you can... we actually have some of those at home. But they've been a little bit more inventive now and all sorts of things. So, shopping bags made out of that material. It's even being copied, unfortunately, by the Chinese, so you can buy it in a Chinese shop, but it's not actually the real authentic one. There's a bit of a protest against that. This is where you buy a lottery ticket. This is Onfe, which is for the blind. And so you buy a ticket the blind. They do other disabilities as well, but it's mainly for the blind. And they make a lot of money from their lotteries, so Nita quite often buys a lottery ticket. We do occasionally win a euro. Stall selling local honey. You come and see the bees. So up until a week or two ago, our son had 2 beehives in his garden. Unfortunately, we discovered that our daughter-in-law is allergic to bee stings, so we've had to be moved elsewhere. It's very popular on the island, beekeeping. Which means there's lots of local honey. One of the nice things about this market as well is that it's mostly in the shade, so it's not too bad to walk through and walk past the stalls.
Moom sax kay ndeysaan moom mujj dem ba jóge Sénégal benn bis ma gis muy toog néegam rek balaa ñu woo mu ñëw mu ma daal saa am ba jàmm ma affaire yi may sax ci
This is actually where we bought the cushions from. You get the seat bases for your terrace furniture as well, made in that material. Looks like the ink colour for the moment is green. It is all very much on the level as well, so it's not too difficult to walk up and down here. There are, as you can see, bars dotted along the way if you want to stop for a drink.
Hola, cariño.
Just getting near to the top now. The pharmacies here have signs outside, so a red cross inside a green cross, and many of them are LED and have other information besides the fact that it's a pharmacy. One of the things that they put up is the temperature, and so I've just read that the temperature is 30 degrees, and that's 10:30 in the morning. So my guess is it's going to get a bit hotter. Local fruit and veg. This is a little shop that's selling the fruit and veg. We're getting very close now to the fruit and veg market, so end of the street market, and then we'll be in the square of Lluchmajor. Artisan stalls as well, and the handicrafts that they've actually made themselves. That's more or less the end of the second phase of the market, and just walk a little bit further on and we'll be entering the main square of Lluchmajor. We come when it's not market day as well. There's always lots of people around, lots of bars, restaurants where you can have a drink. It's really quite a vibrant place. It's a really pretty square, really interesting architecture. Beautiful buildings. We're going to concentrate a minute on the market. First place we come to is the olives. Peter doesn't like olives, so I do. More honey and cheese, and some of the other local produce. What Anita does like, and what she commented that I missed out was the fact that they do have lots of flowers here and herbs, and so she will be looking, I'm sure, at these. But it's fruit and veg, as well as the flowers that make this market really colourful. Some of these are kilos, they look really quite big, but the melons here are delicious. And more flowers and plants. Lots of sausages there for me. From Sapobla. A lot of this produce, most of this produce really is local. So here we've got some local apples. Most of this fruit and vegetable are local. Pineapples and bananas, they're not local, they will be shipped in. And quite surprisingly, get shipped in from a long way away, so they might come from Colombia, where they do grow bananas quite successfully in Canary, but they always seem to be more expensive. I don't know whether you can hear the people talking, but there is a lot of different languages being spoken here. But here, in the heart of Mallorca, the local people will be speaking Mallorquin, which is a different language to Spanish. Completely different language, really. And people who are Spanish on the mainland don't speak Mallorquin normally, and they won't understand the Mallorquin. The Mallorquin is really just a variation of Catalan, which is the language that they speak in Barcelona area.